Your blood is boiling. Someone just cut you off in traffic, betrayed your trust, or publicly humiliated you. In that moment, you have a choice that will define who you are. You can let anger consume you like wildfire, or you can do what the greatest minds in history did. Transform that fury into unbreakable strength. The ancient Stoics understood something we've forgotten in our age of instant reactions and viral outrage. They knew that anger is not just an emotion, it's a form of temporary madness that hands control of your life to whoever triggered you. But they also discovered the antidote. The first Stoic principle for mastering anger is the discipline of initial impressions. Epictetus taught that we suffer not from events themselves, but from our judgments about those events. When someone insults you, the words are just sound waves. The anger only exists when you decide those sounds mean something about your worth. Consider this. Epictetus was born a slave, subjected to daily humiliations that would crush most people. Yet he became one of history's greatest teachers of emotional freedom. He learned to separate the external event from his internal response. When his master would rage at him, Epictetus would remind himself, "This person is acting according to their understanding, not mine. Their confusion is their burden, not my emergency." In our modern world, where technological changes and economic uncertainties test everyone's patience daily, this principle becomes your shield. That colleague who takes credit for your work, that friend who spreads gossip about you, they're acting from their own fears and insecurities. Their actions reveal their character, not yours. Your response reveals yours. The second principle is the pause of reason. Marcus Aurelius, the most powerful man in the ancient world, faced constant betrayals, rebellions, and personal losses. Yet in his private journal, he wrote, "When you wake up in the morning, tell yourself the people I deal with today will be meddling, ungrateful, arrogant, dishonest, jealous, and surly." This wasn't pessimism, it was preparation. By expecting difficulty, he removed the element of surprise that triggers explosive anger. When someone inevitably acted poorly, Marcus would pause and ask himself, "Is this helping them? Is this helping me? What would virtue look like in this moment?" You can build this same pause into your life. Before you send that angry text, before you slam that door, before you say words you can't take back, count to 10 and ask Marcus's question. What would virtue look like right now? Often you'll find the answer isn't the reaction your anger demands. The third principle is reframing through cosmic perspective. Seneca, advisor to emperors and one of Rome's wealthiest men, lost his fortune multiple times, was exiled from his homeland, and was eventually forced to take his own life by a paranoid emperor. Through it all, he maintained that anger is always a choice to make yourself smaller than your circumstances. Seneca taught his students to imagine viewing their problems from the vastness of space. From that perspective, the promotion you didn't get, the relationship that ended badly, the driver who cut you off, these shrink to their proper size. You realize that getting angry about them is like screaming at the weather. It accomplishes nothing except making you miserable. We see this wisdom in action today as communities worldwide demonstrate remarkable resilience in the face of unprecedented challenges. People who could easily give in to rage instead choose to build, to help, to problem solve. They understand intuitively what Seneca taught, that our energy is too precious to waste on fury. The fourth principle is the discipline of action without attachment. The Stoics believed in giving your absolute best effort, while accepting that outcomes remain beyond your complete control. This prevents the anger that comes from unmet expectations. Epictetus compared this to an archer. A skilled archer controls their stance, their breathing, their aim, their release, everything within their power. But once the arrow flies, wind, gravity, and countless other factors determine where it lands. The wise archer focuses on perfect form, not perfect results. Apply this to your daily frustrations. That presentation you spent weeks preparing, you control the research, the practice, the delivery. You don't control whether your boss is having a bad day or whether the projector breaks. That relationship you're investing in, you control your honesty, your effort, your consistency. You don't control whether the other person reciprocates. When you fully own what's yours and release what isn't, anger loses its grip. You stop taking other people's choices personally because you understand they were never about you in the first place. The fifth and most powerful principle is transforming anger into compassion through understanding. The Stoics taught that anyone who acts badly is suffering from a kind of ignorance. They don't see clearly, or they would choose better. This doesn't excuse harmful behavior, but it changes how you respond to it. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Whenever you want to cheer yourself, consider the good qualities of your companions." But what about when people seem to have no good qualities? The Stoics would say that person is trapped in confusion, fear, or pain. Their bad behavior is their attempt to solve a problem you can't see. This perspective transforms everything. The boss who micromanages you might be terrified of failure. The friend who betrays you might be drowning in their own insecurity. Rude to you might be carrying grief you can't imagine. Understanding doesn't mean accepting poor treatment. It means responding from strength rather than reactivity. In our interconnected world, where we're all navigating rapid changes and uncertain futures together, this compassionate strength becomes essential. We're all struggling with something. We're all doing our best with the understanding we have. When someone's best falls short of hurting you, meet that with the wisdom of someone who knows better, not the rage of someone who's been wounded. Anger promises justice, but delivers slavery. It promises strength, but creates weakness. It promises control, but hands power to whoever can provoke you. The Stoic path offers something better. Genuine strength that no one can shake, peace that no one can steal, and power that no circumstance can diminish. The next time anger rises in you, remember you're standing at the same crossroads that faced Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus. You can choose the path of the mob, or you can choose the path of the philosopher. You can let temporary madness rule you, or you can rule yourself with permanent wisdom. If this moved you, comment "The Citadel holds" below. It is our sign that you carry the philosophy with you. Subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.